All right. Well, hello and welcome. Freaking welcome and hello, you guys. Today is Thursday, which means that it is vlog day, and we're here. We got a vlog. I got a vlog. I can't do that thing anymore where I put all of the timestamps up here anymore. Haven't been able to do that for a few years, actually, but I still am unable to put all the timestamps up here on the screen like I used to back in the day. But thankfully, my main man, Jeremy V, I'm a little nervous. I haven't seen him in chat yet. I get so excited and so happy when I see that little Jeremy V red and white little, picture in the chat. Hopefully my main man, Jeremy V, is here. We're going to get all of those timestamps. They're going to be the first pinned comment right underneath this video. First pinned comment, all the timestamps. But like I said, dude, we got an action-packed vlog tonight. We're going to talk about a little bit about what I've been vaping, but that's kind of standard issue. We do have a great beer to taste tonight. We're going to be doing some news and advocacy. Lots happening in the news and advocacy world. I mean, even outside of COVID-19, there's still a lot going on in the vape world. There's still legislation headed down the pipeline in places like Utah and places like New York. So there's still a lot going on. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. I got a retro vape. I'm really excited about this retro vape. And I have a liquid tasting for sure. In fact, this week, much like last week, hey, there's Jeremy V. Yo, Jeremy V. Man, it feels good just to see Jeremy V in the chat right there. Knowing that all these timestamps are happening, that just makes me so happy. Thank you, Jeremy V. I appreciate you. I appreciate you too, Poon Sauce. Look, I don't mean to, don't sell yourself short. Poon Sauce, you do a lot of work. I appreciate your blue wrench. I do. I have much like last week, I have a awesome liquid tasting this week. We're just going to keep going with those weird Indonesian juices that Beecher sent. I don't remember which one we have tonight, but it's the final. Where did it go? For some reason I put it away. We have, I think the final or the third to last, second to last, I'm not really sure. Let's just say another wacky Indonesian juice that I'm really excited about. Wacky Indonesian juices. Who doesn't love wacky Indonesian juices? Kent loves them, actually. Kent, by the way, you guys, Kent has more setups going. I think he's up to 8 now. I think he's got 8 full setups going. Ask him on his Instagram. But Kent, how many setups do you have going now? 9, 10, 15? Well, before we get too far into this here vlog video, I do want to do that thing that is my favorite thing to do where I get to hear from one of my subscribers. So right now, we are going to hear from Matthew. What say you, Matthew?
Hey, what's up, Nick? This is Matthew in Denver, Colorado. I just wanted to give a quick shout out to you. First of all, thank you for the news and advocacy, reviews, everything. Anytime we buy something new, we definitely get your stamp of approval, if you will. And I just wanted to give a shout out to my beautiful fiance, Amanda. She's super supportive. We're doing this together. We rock your reviews together. We learn all this new stuff from you together. And our beautiful, awesome, crazy dog, Kaya. She's amazing. Again, thank you and for everything you do. And from Denver, Colorado, keep vaping.
Boosh. Yeah, absolutely, Matthew. Absolutely. You're shouted out. Your fiance, Amanda, is shouted out. And your dog, Kaya, adorable, is definitely shouted out. The funny thing is, the Voorhees Files, April 2nd, 1978, double platinum by Kiss was released. Dang, why didn't I save that record for this week? I really should have looked into this. I really should have researched it more. Damn. No, that's fine. Matthew's video is probably 6 to 8 months old, maybe longer than that. I'm guessing more like 6 to 9 months old. So Matthew, if you still are watching the GrimmGreen videos, I really appreciate it. You're definitely shouted out. And hopefully Amanda is your wife now, no longer fiance. I have a feeling we're shouting out wife Amanda at this point and not fiance Amanda anymore. But thank you very much, Matthew, for sharing. And honestly, anybody viewing this video, do you guys have a video like that you want to be featured on this here vlog? You can send them on over to me, nick@grimmgreen.com. Just mark your subject that one thing. You can shout yourself out, shout your shop out, wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, dogs, vape gear, whatever you want to do. Shout out your shop. Just say hi. Totally cool. Send them on over to me, nick@grimmgreen.com. I love getting those videos, and I like saving them up. Like I probably have like 50, 60 videos saved up. They're just ready, waiting to go. And some of them are pretty old. Some of them are pretty old, so we're going to try and scatter in some maybe newer that one things. But anyway, if you have a that one thing, send a that one thing in. And what I'd like to do right now, man, I feel like Dwight after Jim restarts his computer. My mouth is so dry. I need some beer. So what we're going to do right now, let's just jump into it, you guys. A very random beer tasting. Very random? I've never said that before. It's not very random. It's actually calculated beer tasting. Oh shit, I don't have a bottle opener. Shit. Pick. Thank you. Yeah. Well, we do have a beer tasting all planned out for tonight. This is a beer. This is actually kind of a sentimental beer for me and my wife Casey. I'm gonna be pouring her. Thank you for the luchador. I'm gonna pour her some right now. But the beer we're tasting tonight. Look at this. Casey Pickle gets a live vlog. This is really bizarre. I've never performed in front of a live studio audience before. Yay! The beer we're tasting tonight, look at that. Oh, don't you just want to drink this entire bottle of Samuel Smith's organic chocolate stout?
Why, yes, I do want to drink.
You do want some of this. Here, I'm going to pour you some, and you can be on your merry way.
Thank you.
How much do you want? How much are you after? Like that?
Perfect.
That's going to the wife.
That's a beautiful pour.
It's not a bad pour, right? One little finger foam on there.
You pour a little for you, so
We're not tasting yet.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We can't yet.
Okay.
I can't yet.
Bye.
We're not there yet. Bye, love you. So she got some beer. This is actually a little bit of a sentimental beer. If anybody is a beer drinker, even a passive craft beer drinker, Samuel Smith makes some delicioso beers, some of the tastiest beers that probably exist on planet Earth. And their organic chocolate stout is, if I'm being really real, it's probably like one of my favorite like top 5 beers. It's just delicious. It's just unbelievable. It's like a perfect stout with this unbelievable creamy, that's the only way I can describe it, creamy chocolate flavor. The reason that this is a little bit of a sentimental beer. I've been drinking this beer for a little bit, and one of the first times, no dates involved, one of the first times I hung out with Casey Pickle, I brought this. I brought Samuel Smith Organic Chocolate Stout. She told me the beers she was drinking, and I said, that's unacceptable. We need to get you some better beer instantly, right away, as soon as humanly possible. Possible? Haven't even had any beer yet. As soon as humanly possible. And so I brought down organic chocolate stout. We drank it. It was amazing. It's incredible. It's just an incredible beer. Cheers to you guys. Yes, the Taddy Porter Ron is amazing. And I got it in a Modern Times beautiful tulip style gas. So cheers. Here's to you guys. Cheers, Pick. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. There's really nothing bad you can say about this beer. It's beautiful. It's flavorful. It's rich, dense, very big mouthfeel, very nice, creamy, velvety, beautiful chocolate flavor in this. And do we need to go on the flavor rant again? Flavors are only for youths. No adults like flavors, especially me. Especially in a chocolate stout. Ban it. It's just freaking unbelievable. And oh my God. It's too good. It's too good. I'm about to drink this whole glass right now. Too good. It's too good of a beer. Too good. I have something I could pair with it. I don't generally rock a lot of chocolate flavors. In fact, never. I would say that I've never really rocked a chocolate flavor. I can't really think of a chocolate. There was like a hot cocoa flavor not too long ago. What was that? Who was that? Who did that? Can't even remember. Doesn't matter. Never had a really good chocolate flavor. Chocolate in e-liquid, it's just hard to do. It's just hard to, sorry, burp life. That's just one of the things. It's just really hard to do. But I have a liquid in this Type 2 RTA sitting on top of my Minikin that is from Smacks. And it's a liquid from Smacks I've never tried before. And it came in a bottle like they're really old school bottles. But this is a liquid from Smacks called Sammy Puffs. Sammy Puffs. It's like Golden Grams, graham cracker, marshmallow, chocolate, sort of s'mores situation going on in there. I don't love it, but I've been vaping it a little bit. It's growing on me a little bit. I still don't love the chocolate in it, but I'm hoping that the chocolate component of this particular e-liquid, maybe it's gonna bring out a little bit of this chocolatiness in this beer. Either way, one of these is complementing the other one. I'm pretty confident. Great. That is a legitimately really good pairing right there. Sammy Puffs with an organic chocolate stout. It makes the Sammy Puff chocolate a little bit more palatable. It doesn't taste so much like sticky kid hands or like melted chocolate popsicles. Like for some reason in e-liquid, that's just what I think of is like the stick from like a chocolate popsicle. It's just a sticky, chocolatey stick. That's what I think of when I think of chocolate and e-liquid. Makes this chocolate a little bit more palatable. Dude, rad. That is a rad beer pairing, and this is just a rad beer. I'm going to finish this off. Finishing it off, Pickle. Sorry. God, it's so good. It's so freaking good. I'm highly recommending this to you. If you're over 21 years of age, which you should be over 21 years of age if you're here, and if you're even like a passive beer person, Samuel Smith, Organic Chocolate Stout, boosh, just check it out. It will impress the hell out of you. I'm just going to sit here and drink beer if that's okay with everybody. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, Samuel Smith, Organic Chocolate Stout. It's wonderful. Damn, that's a wonderful beer. Damn, that's a wonderful ass beer. So real quickly, what I want to do right now is, that's right. You thought I was going to forget, but I'm not going to forget. If I could find the button, Super Chats. No, I don't want to look at my analytics. You crazy people. Oh, you know what? Before I do this, I want to give a shout out to Ethan. Ethan, I don't know if you're still here hanging out today. Ethan, I was going this morning to set up the stream, and I've said this before, when you go to set up the stream, you have to go in YouTube on the back end and you do all the fiddly stuff and you're setting it all up, and I don't know if it notifies people on YouTube, or I don't know if people see something on YouTube like, oh, GrimmGreen setting up a stream, and they show up in the chat, but people always just show up in the chat. And Evan was the first dude in the chat this morning at like 9:30 a.m. this morning. Ethan said, hey, Grimm, if you can read this, you are special and one of a kind. Don't let anyone ever tell you otherwise. I'm on a positive kick today, and I want to share some with you. Fist bump. Ethan, I saw that, and it instantly put me in a great mood. Ethan. It was just this little act of kindness, just spreading some positivity around. I received it. I appreciate it. Let's continue to spread some positivity around. Ethan, that was just very, very cool, and I really appreciate that. That was very cool of you. Super chat time now. Barbara, happy birthday on Monday, cousin. Love you lots. Love you too, Barbara. Appreciate that. You know, it's my birthday on Monday. Birthdays, you know, as you get older, I don't know. You expect your birthdays to be less and less exciting, I guess. Maybe that's just the thing. but we're going to have a really good birthday here in quarantine. I'm taking the day off. In fact, I'm taking next week. I just want to give you guys a heads up for my birthday next week. I'm not going to be working on Monday. I'm not going to be working on Tuesday. I'm not going to be working on Wednesday. So that means next week, we're just doing a vlog. I'm just going to take 3 days off just for my birthday. But that's it. And then we'll be back with a vlog on Thursday. Just want a few days, just a few days, hang out with my wife, celebrate my birthday. It's kind of a bummer being in quarantine, but really, I want to spend my birthday with my wife anyway. So it's going to be all good. It's going to be all good. I'm going to continue drinking this beer. Appreciate that, Barbara. The Voorhees Files. I thought I was late. Oh, well, I'm totally not late, Voorhees. Totally not late. Totally not late. In fact, if anything, you were a little bit on time. Raging Vapor, very gracious of you, my man. Yo-Yo Nick, got my Unholy Recoil. Rocket Blast, best RDA ever, hands down. Clouds Bro Clouds. Dude, Raging Vapor, awesome. I'm so glad you got an Unholy. I don't have one, and I want one. Very cool of you. Very cool of you. Lewis, very gracious of you. Hey, Lewis. Just saying, hey, man, it's all good. It's all good. Wait, clean my camera lens? Really? Do I need to clean my camera lens? FTW Vapor. Do I really need to clean my camera lens? I don't know. I'm not going to do that right now. If it's really bad, let me know. I don't want any dangle clacks and shit. So just let me know. Level 5 Loki. Whoops. Is the Type 2 a 510 or an 810 drip tip? Excellent question. It's 510. 510 drip tip. Went 510. Not. I don't know. I don't rock 810 stuff anymore, really. I just kind of don't. Looking on my desk, I only have one 810 drip tip and all the rest are 510. So I went 510 on it just because I like 510. Red Gorilla, very gracious of you. Just a simple what's up from the Bogan family here in SD. Thanks for all you do, bro. Dude, absolutely, Red Gorilla. Absolutely. What's up to the Red Gorilla? Jason, very gracious of you. Mix that chocolate stout with their strawberry or raspberry fruit ale. It's amazing. Holy crap. That sounds amazing. That sounds like something I want to do. Why have I never done that? Why have I never done that? Jason, you're killing the beer game and I appreciate you. That was awesome. I'm going to do that. 100%. Myres, 1:30 in the morning in Germany. Oh, good. So there is at least one good thing about my quarantine. Can watch the live vlog for the first time. Great. Well, welcome. It's 1:30 in Germany. Do you know where your vlog is? I don't know. Thank you for joining us. It's crazy that it's 1:30 in the morning. If it was 1:30 in the morning here, I think the last thing I would be doing is jumping on YouTube and watching a live stream. I don't know. Maybe I would. Who knows? Quarantine makes people crazy. I've been wanting to topiary my front hedges. We have hedges. I want to topiary them. I feel like I could make a giraffe. These things happen. Zach, very gracious of you. Local vape shop is closed, but the smoke shop next door is open. Wow. Such BS. Good Lord. That is such BS. I hate that. I just hate hearing about that. Vape shops should not be closing down. They should be exempt 100%. They are necessary. They're necessary to us. All right, Neil. Max, go to bed. Did you hear, Neil? Max, you need to go to bed. All right, we're going to pick right up with Eifer during the next Super Chat extravaganza. But real quickly, I just wanted to mention just a few things I've been vaping. I've been running. I wish I had a bumper. I wish I had a bumper for this. I don't have a bumper for this. I don't even have one that I could fake, but that's okay. I've been running real lean. I haven't been setting as much stuff up anymore. Kent has been setting stuff up in my stead, but this is one thing that's just been hanging around that I think will just never go away. It's that Def Mods from Def Mods. It's got crap all over it. It's got the Devil and Lucifer all over it. And then an unmatchy blue goon. Just because blue goon. I don't know. This setup just came together really randomly. I wasn't planning even on vaping it. I had this mod just sitting around. I mean, it's always on my desk. I use it constantly for everything like building and wicking, and it's just a reliable DNA 250C, and I use it a lot. I've been using it a lot, and the thing never dies. So I had this goon sitting on my desk for probably 2 months, 3 months, maybe even longer, completely built, completely wicked, and sitting in some sort of pool soup of, primordial e-liquid soup just sitting there. Then I took a toot on it, and it was just awful. But I kept vaping it. I vaped all the moisture off of it, and then I started dripping that Inception Berry Cream Pop that I got from Not the Real Gerard Butler, and that juice took over. So it's just been a setup now. This is not something I would ever rock. Blue, green, blue and red. It's so unmatchy-matchy. I always have to be matchy-matchy. It's just really good. I really like this liquid. Heavily rocking this really weird little Lost Vape Q Ultra pod it's rebuildable, and I haven't rebuilt it yet. We opened this on the vlog, I think 2 weeks ago, and it's been pure rock and roll. This is filled up with Cubano, 6 milligram. Absolutely love it. Axis Vapes M17 with the tripod RTA on there. I recently switched this tripod RTA to mouth to lung. I talked about this earlier. Too tight. It's just too tight. Flavor's really good, just too damn tight. It's like you have to earn it, You really got to earn that. Also, BMI, Ultem, K-Fun on there. Look at all of those freaking fingerprints. Isn't that enough to just make you want to pull your freaking hair out? I spent minutes yesterday, polishing this with a Vaporizzo cloth, polishing cloth, polished it all up nice, tried to take some real cool photos of it, got it all fingerprinty in the process, so it's whatever. I give up. It's a giant brass paperweight that I cannot keep shiny, but 6 milligram pony on acid on the inside. Dude, so good. You saw the Minikin with the Type 2 and the Sammy Puffs on the inside. And then lastly, this has been really just my go-to banger, and it's the most boring thing. Just a Hexome with an OG recoil on top, powders, Palmer's powders, blue on there, shiny blue. It's awesome. I'm getting down to the last of this. Peach Among Worlds from Sifu Mustache. This, more than any of them, has been my go-to daily banger. Carry it around the house, carry it everywhere I go. I just want to vape it. It fell the other day and landed directly on the drip tip. And so the edge of this drip tip is all fucking knurled and eaten up, and it feels weird when you put it in your mouth. That's what she said. Poon sauce, yes. That's exactly what it is like. Like sucking a garden ball through... Like sucking a garden ball? What is a garden ball? That sucking a golf ball through a garden hose. It's like sucking a garden ball through a golf hose. Golf hose? Yeah, you really have to earn this. Yeah. Earn it. Earn that shit. So yeah, that's really more or less what I have been vaping throughout the last week or so. It's not like you guys don't see me every freaking day. Tuesday, Bro Tuesday, Wildcard Wednesday, Thursday, the vlog, Instagram live streams, crazy silliness. But that's really what I've been vaping. I'm interested to get to these packages over here. One of them is from Coil Turd, so I kind of know what I'm expecting on the inside of that. But the other one came from the UK, and I have no idea. Just straight up, no idea. So let's do it. Let's open some mail, guys. Kite. So weird. And it's a big package. Big. I don't know what could be in here. It's a big package. That's what she said. It's a big package. So dumb. Anyway, I have some vanilla scented garbage bags still. Ah, yes. Vanilla scented garbage bags. Wonderful. They make my day worth it. Now let's get out a knife. That's another thing is when you have another coworker working at home with you, things get moved and put in wrong places, and knives are like scarce, and there's some in the living room and there's some in the kitchen, and so I'm resorted to this knife that isn't the sharpest knife, but it is a single knife. It is a knife that I can cut through. There should be, I'm just going to spoil the surprise, I think there's some mouth-to-lung coils in here from Coil Turd, and one special coil, all for me. Or maybe there's not. Oh, there's no mouth-to-lung coil heads. Oh, what this owns to. Enjoy. Okay, thank you, Coil Turd. So I got some bottles of Boule Bolu, which I got plenty of Boule Bolu, so this is going straight to the $2 area of Boule Bolu. And I don't know if I can actually show you this because it's going to show up later in a video. I had Coil Turd do a special coil project for me. I'm not going to show it to you. But it is a behemoth monster of a coil for a very special RDA that I'm going to do a review for. It's a 4-core 2PG alien, 2-gauge alien, 2PG alien, 2DG alien. Coil Turd, Beecher, like what the crap, I wrapped this on a 3/16 drill bit. I have no idea what this ohms to. Enjoy. See, I feel like that's some pretty good clout when I can get Coil Turd to make me specialized coils. Coils he's never made for another human. All right, Super Coil. Well, look, Coil Turd, I thought those were mouth-to-lung coils. So I was really excited. I was going to forego the retro vaping to install some mouth-to-lung coils live on a vlog, maybe even in that Atmazoo tripod right now because you can pull out the deck. It's okay. You know what? Opportunity lost. I thought I assumed that there were going to be some mouth-to-lung coils in there. Turns out they're not. That's fine. I'm not angry. I'm just kidding. I just was mistaken. I thought they were. See, now the thing is, M-Turk's mouth-to-lung coils are going to get here first, and Beecher's are going to get here second. Not that that really matters. Doesn't really matter at all. It only really matters to me. Anyway, the last package. Now, like I said, this came from the UK. I know. Look, I really thought it was going to be mouth-to-lung coils. I love that Turk and Coil Turd are adapting and making some dope mouth-to-lung aliens like that will fit inside of an Atmazoo tripod or will fit inside of a K-Fun. I think that's really cool. I haven't built Claptons in years and years. I don't even know if I could still do it. I don't know if I could. I don't think I could. In fact, I'm just going to say no. I'm not even going to try. I definitely don't think I could. Oh, yeah. Thomas Crow sent me some mouth-to-lung fused Claptons. You did? Oh, I'm going to track those down. You know where they are? They're in my coil box. We're going to have to go in my coil box a little bit later when we get to the retro vaping. I want to see if they're in there. In the meantime, so yeah, that's a thing, and I just think that's really cool. I want some mouth-to-lung coils. Dr. Vapes. Dr. Vapes. Dr. Vapes care package. Because I'm in quarantine. Wait, who said Coil Turk? Vinny? Vinyl and Vapor. That's hilarious. Coil Turk. Coil Turk. Coil Turk. All right, Dr. Vapes. What exists in here? It's a pen. I want some liquids for sure. Well, at least we got more liquids for the random liquid tasting. There is a Dr. Vapes hat, which, look, I know the rules of the vlog are such as that I have to put on a hat that I get in the mail. And I'm the one that made that rule, and I don't want to follow it anymore. And I don't have to, and you can't make me. And it's because I spent so much time covering up all my bald spots that I don't want to ruin it. I don't want to mess it up with a hat. So I'm not going to mess it up with a hat. No, okay. Let's get to these flavor profiles here. featuring an innovative glow-in-the-dark bottle, the first and only of its kind in the game. Experience flavors from all corners of the world with Havana tobacco, enriched with the smooth Madagascar bourbon vanilla, topped off with sticky, velvety peaks of melted Turkish ice cream. What? Created with the true vape connoisseur in mind. The Panther series in glow-in-the-dark bottles, nonetheless. Glow-in-the-dark. Okay, what the fuck? Glow-in-the-dark bottles. Now, this does not look like a glow-in-the-dark bottle to me. Just guessing. I'm guessing that this tiny black chubby gorilla bottle does not glow in the dark. I feel like this is flagrant false advertising. Flagrant false advertising. It's okay if they don't glow in the dark. Maybe the 60 mils do. No? Black. All right. Well, dude, we got a tobacco flavor next week to try from the Panther series, Dr. Vape's Black. The Panther series. Black Panther, the Panther series. I mean, he's even got a little bit of like the that's from Marvel. That's from Marvel. It might be good that this is a UK company because I'm not sure Marvel's going to be so pumped on that. Not sure Marvel's going to be so pumped on that. But look, we got some tobacco e-liquids to try for next week that I'm pretty excited about, and a neat little Dr. Vape's pen. Look at that. It's like a, it's like a syringe, but it's a pen. It's a ballpoint pen. Just fell apart. Well, that was fun for about 18 seconds. Till my Dr. Vape's pen died. What a letdown. Man, that was a bummer. No, not the packages, that my Dr. Vape's pen died. I thought that was really cool. But no matter. How are we doing on time? Oh, dude. We're doing amazing on time. What, are you kidding me? So here's what I'm going to do right now. If there isn't a Pink Panther, they're doing it wrong. I completely agree with you. The Panther series, black, pink, that's what they should do. 100%. Do the eyes glow in the dark? As far as I can tell, I mean, maybe the eyes glow in the dark. I can't. No. I mean, my very unscientific experiment of trying to create a dark environment for this to look in by using my hands, inconclusive. Although we can't rule it out, Jerome Adams, you know how that works. Vaping might be worse for COVID, but there's just no way of knowing. So I better say it on American TV, on mainstream TV. I should definitely say that. Backed up by no science, no data. All right, well, since I brought up Jerome Adams, I think it's about that time. We're at the top of the hour here. Let's do a little bit of news and advocacy. What do you think? Yeah, news and advocacy. I miss the old one. I like the new one. I kind of miss the old one. So I'm going to have to cover up the chat here just for a second so I can start reading some of this because there's just a lot going on right now. And the first thing that I want to draw some attention to here in the news and advocacy segment, there's two CASAA calls to actions. Two CASAA calls to actions. The first one right here that I'm putting in the chat is for New York. The New York legislature is still... Legislature? Did I say that correctly? Legislature? The New York legislature still sounds wrong, is still debating bills necessary to implement the governor's budget, and a flavor ban on vapor products is still in the mix. This is a New York budget. The new bills with, among other things, a flavor ban are part of S7 9506-B Part EE, and its companion in the assembly A9506-B Part EE. Can't do a hashtag. We used to do hashtags about bills. It's like hashtag SB140, hashtag no on 140, hashtag this, hashtag no on S.7506-B Part EE. Super chats. Oh my gosh. Well, we're too far into the news and advocacy. There's no turning around right now. I'm sorry. I'm just too into it. We're going to finish the news and advocacy, and then we'll do a double dose of super chat. We'll do a double dose of super chat, a quadruple dose of super chat. The flavor ban likely takes effect 45 days after the passage. It doesn't even say likely there. The flavor ban takes effect 45 days after the passage of the bill. The language had been changed to allow for products that receive a marketing order from the FDA. It bans online sales. Come on, Cuomo. Why are you banning online sales in your state during a pandemic? That is ridiculous. That is obscene. The provision is still more restrictive than the federal rules and will favor closed system products made by larger manufacturers. Take action, send a message, make a call. This was just updated today. I just put it in the chat. It will be in the description. I want to try to get this to as many people as humanly possible. Flavor ban, online sale ban, happening in New York. Still, in and amongst all of this, in and amongst a pandemic for an upper respiratory virus, let's definitely ban and limit the most successful quit smoking aid literally in the history of time. Think about that. In the history of time, there has never been a better quit smoking aid than vaping. So that's a thing. It's going on. Second CASAA call to action. This is for national. This is a national call to action. This is hashtag essential to us. Keep vape shops open. States are responding to their own outbreaks of COVID-19 by implementing different versions of social distancing and shutting down non-essential services. While some of these businesses are being granted exemptions, for example, restaurants can still offer curbside pickup and delivery, and liquor stores are open with a strict social distancing protocols. There are questions about whether or not vape shops are allowed to remain open in any capacity. National call to action. Hashtag essential to us. Hashtag keep vape shops open. Hashtag keep vape shops open for, thank you, Vaping with Vic. I appreciate that. I haven't got to the super chats yet, but I appreciate that. I just saw that in there. Keep vape shops open. This is something that is important, even if it's not important directly to you or directly to me or directly even to someone we know. This is for everybody else. And this is just one of those, overarching, I don't even know what to call it, umbrella statements that you make. Why can't I think of the right word? Anytime there's something like this, when they talk about flavor bans and, flavor bans and taxes and outright bans and things like this, people always take the, I'll be fine, I'll be fine. Stock up, I'll be fine. I know how to DIY, I'll be good. Yes, you will be good, I will be good, a lot of people will be good, but the majority of people will not be good. There are people that vape that don't come to GrimmGreen streams, that don't go to, the Dash Vapes website. They're just living, and they go to their vape shop and they get their stuff, and that's it. And we need to keep the vape shops open for those people, especially online sales. I can't believe online sales. No, I mean, look, I was never repping Governor Cuomo, and this is what I put at the beginning of the. Whoops! Hey, there we go. There's another bumper right there. Yeah, let's do the intro. Yeah, good. This is what I put like at the very beginning here. Michelle Minton, this just really spoke to me. I got to kill my camera, though, to see it. Few of us are experts on anything, let alone everything. It is okay to not have an opinion on every single social and political issue. It's okay to be ambivalent, still questioning, and not yet decided on something. And people who admit this should be applauded. Yeah, 100%, 800%, Michelle Minton. That really spoke to me. And there's just a lot of things going on in the world right now that you're expected to kind of have an opinion on, but sometimes I just don't. And I'm still reading the information, and I'm still reading the data, and I'm still kind of trying to make up my mind. I like a lot of the things that Cuomo does. Unfortunately, the things he does that I dislike more than I enjoy the things he does well. Just making up my mind. We're all making up our mind, you know? And I think if and when we can't approach Cuomo with, you know, negativity and name calling and things like that, you're not going to get through to any politician at all. And I mean, there's a difference, I think, between going on Twitter and trying to speak to Cuomo, you know, as a civilized person. I think there's a difference on that between, you know, getting on your stream and being like, fucking Cuomo, fucking Surgeon General. If I ever met Jerome Adams in real life, I would be nothing but polite to him. But when I'm on my YouTube, yeah, sure. Fucking Jerome Adams. Fire that guy. So we're doing that call to action as well. Also, I want to read this. This is something that's interesting, and this has to do with the FDA, our very own Food and Drug Administration. And I realize this is not Tuesday Bro Tuesday, so I'm going to try to keep my story time with GrimmGreen limited to Tuesday Bro Tuesday, but this is only a few paragraphs, and I just wanted to read the whole thing because it's very interesting and very relevant, really. On top of all this COVID stuff with vaping, this is much more relevant to vaping than it is to anything else. No, Stylish Birch, nobody knows if Cuomo has pierced nipples. That's been going around. Dwayne sent that to me. I sent it to Casey. Nobody knows. Maybe it's just a lot of hair under there. So, FDA, here, can I show this to you? I think I can. No, maybe I can't. No, I guess I can't. FDA submits request to court. This is one of those headlines. FDA submits request to court to extend pre-market application deadline for certain deemed products. So this is the FDA submitting an appeal to the court to extend the PMTA deadline. PMTA deadline, May 2020. It's coming up next month. May 2020. That's it. That's the PMTA. That's the deadline. That's it. FDA is trying to move it. Rightfully so. I think they should absolutely move it. How on earth, even before COVID, do any of us think that the FDA was really set up for success on this? Does anybody think that the FDA had the manpower to really review all of these PMTAs and really, you know, dig into this issue and get people moving and get PMTAs done and get this market back up and running before COVID? No, no, not even then. I didn't have faith in them to do that, especially especially during COVID, especially during this pandemic. Yesterday, FDA filed a motion with the United States District Court for the District of Maryland, requesting a 120-day extension of the pre-market application deadline currently set for May 12th, 2020, for many e-cigarettes, cigars, and other tobacco products. In the motion, the agency states that it is seeking the extension solely because of the coronavirus outbreak and would not do so but for these highly unusual circumstances. The agency is seeking this extension due to the challenges posed during these extraordinary circumstances. If granted, the 120-day extension would move the deadline to September 9th, 2020. Few months, right? Few months of time. Few months of more borrowed time. FDA remains aware of the recent surge in youth use of e-cigarette and the public health imperative that these other deemed new tobacco products undergo pre-market review. The agency is committed to implementing and enforcing the pre-market requirements in the law. The agency strongly encourages applicants who are able to submit applications as soon as possible. The agency also encourages applicants who plan on submitting applications for a large number of products to contact the agency to discuss their plans for a method of submission. If the court grants this extension, the FDA intends to revise its January 2020 enforcement priorities guidance to be consistent with the new deadline. Consistent with the original court order, the agency would also intend to provide companies that submit timely applications with continued enforcement discretion for a period of up to 3 years. Still haven't seen anything materialized from Secretary Azar regarding the streamlined PMTA pathway process that we were kind of promised. It wasn't even that long ago. It wasn't even that long ago, man. It was, 3 months ago? 4 months ago, maybe? Vaping 360 reported on it that, yeah, Secretary Azar went on radio and said on a radio interview that, we're going to have a streamlined PMTA pathway process for these small businesses. We're going to make it real easy for these small businesses to just get through this PMTA process. And there it is. Has that materialized? No. Why would it have? Of course it wouldn't have. Do we have final guidance from the FDA even regarding pre-market tobacco applications? I don't know. Last I heard, not exactly. Ultimately, I don't know. I know there's a lot of companies going through the PMTA. We read not too long ago, I think it was on a Tuesday Bro Tuesday, about Avail Vapor and their method for getting smaller businesses through the PMTA process. It is a possibility to work with, pardon me, man, I didn't even try right there. That just went straight into the microphone, and I'm really sorry. Really, really sorry. So that's the thing. I'm going to put this link in the chat right now. Boosh. I'm going to put this link in the description of this video as well, so you can read up on it. If this happens, we will be extending the PMTA deadline to May, September 9th, 2020. Interesting. Just real interesting. I can't decide which one I'm going to try to read first. I can't decide which one I want to do first. There's some other news here. Utah. There's some things happening in Utah. Utah Governor Gary Herbert signs bills meant to curb youth vaping. This is just a recent thing that happened. It says Governor Gary Herbert put his signature on a pair of bills to tax and regulate e-cigarettes. Measures that were designed to prevent youth vaping but didn't go as far as some health advocates would have liked. You see, these health advocates, they're not actual health advocates. They just hate vaping. That's not a health advocate. You can't just hate vaping and call yourself a health advocate. They want these products not even they want these products not even to be seen by children. They feel in Utah, so this is what's happening in Utah. One of the bills would impose a 56% tax on electronic cigarettes at the wholesale level. An estimated $24 million in annual revenue for education and enforcement efforts on vaping. They're going to tax vaping so that they can afford to fund enforcement of their vaping laws on vaping companies. Sure. The second will take most flavored e-cigarettes out of convenience stores and restrict them to specialty tobacco shops where customers will, like bar patrons, have to scan their driver's license near the entryway. That second paragraph is the only thing that makes sense that's happening in Utah. None of it makes sense. And the thing that I don't think that any of these governors understand is that this incredible tax that they want to put on all of these vapor products, and they're like, well, we're going to use this vaping money, we're going to use this vaping tax to boost infrastructure, right? Education and enforcement services, and we're going to use this money to do this, that, and the other. If you impose a 56% tax on electronic cigarettes, all you're going to do is close shops. All you're going to do is make this less harmful product less appealing to the smokers that actually need it. How much of that money, they always estimate, $24 million. This is going to raise us $24 million. I would be shocked. I would be shocked if this 50% tax on electronic cigarettes really gains them $24 million. And I get the feeling, and this is just, look, I don't want to have to put on my tinfoil hat. I just get the feeling they're putting this tax on there with no intention of actually collecting that money. This is a do not use this tax. That's all it is. This is a don't vape tax. This is let's make vaping so expensive that nobody wants to do it. Unbelievable what's going on in Utah right now. And of course, at the end, they mention lung injuries, and then they mention something else that's included in this bill about tax exemptions for refineries. I don't know. It's the government, and so they put weird shit into bills. Remember the one in Florida that I think just went through that was a flavor ban, and then it was also about offshore oil drilling? So you can't just vote for one, you have to vote for both. That is in the description of this video, and I don't know which one of these I want to do. I don't know. So I guess I'm going to do this one just because it seems so dumb and disingenuous. So this comes from ABS-CBN News. And ABS-CBN News is news out of the Philippines. And the Philippines, they really hate vaping. What's up, Apaca? Apaca's here, you guys. Apaca, Apaca, Apaca. Apaca's here. Cheers, Apaca. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, bro. Don't even remember what I was talking about. Oh, ABS-CBN News. Yeah, Philippines, they hate vaping. So you kind of have to look at this at kind of like where it's coming from. The headline on it says, "The world pushes back against e-cigarettes and Juul." And they've printed this article, printed on the internet, sure. They printed this article kind of with this big headline that kind of makes it seem as though the world hates vaping. The world is not okay with vaping. The world hates vaping. They say things like the company, they're talking about Juul here. This article is entirely about Juul. The title of it is "The World Pushes Back Against E-Cigarettes and Juul." This entire article is literally just about Juul and just about Juul failing to get their products into certain markets. The company has been met with ferocious anti-vaping sentiments and a barrage of newly enacted e-cigarette restrictions and outright bans in country after country. As a result, its ambitious overseas plans have collapsed. They're a little bit more over the top than maybe they need to be. They talk about how Juul has postponed its launch in places like the Netherlands. It's pulled completely out of Israel. It talks about in South Korea, nobody would vape the Juul in South Korea. And nobody would vape the Juul in South Korea. So that must mean that they're pushing back against Juul and all e-cigarettes, right? And all e-cigarettes. No, I mean, not really. Not really at all, because it says, what does it say here? Even in Indonesia, which has no restrictions on vaping and one of the highest percentages of smokers in the world, has not worked for Juul. Last month, the company announced it would stop shipping its devices and nicotine pods to that country too. Indonesia. So this article is kind of posing it that because Indonesia didn't like the Juul, then that must mean that Indonesia is against vaping. They're pushing back against vaping, e-cigarettes, and Juul, when really they're only pushing back against Juul because, as we know, I've got liquids from Indonesia. Bule Bolu is from Indonesia. Indonesia has a blossoming vape scene. Dedicated, passionate vapors. So it's not that Indonesia is pushing back against e-cigarettes. It's that Indonesia just doesn't want Juul. That's literally it. You can't say that Juul represents the entirety of e-cigarettes. But again, this is coming from the Philippine news, where they hate all vaping. The pernicious nicotine levels proved frustrating and costly for South Korean vapors. Chul, 42, briefly tried Juul, but then switched to, what's that say? IQOS, the heated tobacco device made by Philip Morris International. When I use an e-cigarette, I want an experience similar to smoking cigarettes, but Juul didn't have it, he said. I didn't get the same kick. IQOS. He went to IQOS. Juul's troubles multiplied in October after South Korean health officials, prompted by the outbreak of lung ailments in the U.S., issued a stark warning about e-liquids, saying they pose the risk of serious lung damage and even death. The U.S., our horrible U.S. news, the CDC, the FDA, conflating EVALI with nicotine vaping, leaked all the way over to South Korea to the point that it is where it is now. South Koreans use IQOS. They're afraid. I mean, for lack of a better term, afraid of liquid nicotine, of vaping, because of what happened in the United States, because of the CDC, because of the World Health Organization. Remember the World Health Organization? Yeah. Ridiculous. So I'm going to throw this down in the description. It really only goes over a few countries. It says Juul failed in South Korea, Juul failed in Indonesia, Juul failed in India, and Juul failed in the Philippines. That's the big failure. That is the world pushing back against Juul and e-cigarettes, those 5 countries, which hate vaping and love tobacco to begin with. Indonesia, are you kidding me? Children in Indonesia smoke cigarettes. They love tobacco there. The Philippines, India, yes. So this article, when it says that the world is pushing back against vaping and e-cigarettes, the world is South Korea, India, Indonesia, and the Philippines. That's the world is pushing back against e-cigarettes. And I think that's just straight up redonkulous. So I'm going to put a link to that article if you want to read it. It's honestly really good information, but take it with a grain of salt. Take it with a little bit of a grain of salt. Look, I've whitelisted your account. I've whitelisted the Winston-Salem Journal. Okay, so the last little bit of news that I wanted to mention here is this article from the Winston-Salem Journal that I thought was pretty interesting. Traditional cigarettes sales rose in March. Traditional cigarette sales rose in March. Sales of traditional cigarettes have picked up with the issuing of stay-at-home orders related to COVID-19 pandemic, tobacco industry analysts said on Tuesday. Now, why can't I find... For the week that ended March 22nd, traditional cigarette sales volume rose 1.1 cent. 1.1... I can't even blame this on the beer. I can't even blame this misspeaking on the beer. Volume rose 1.1% according to Piper Sandler & Co. analysis. 1.1%. Doesn't seem like a lot, but it is a lot. And they explained earlier that prior to this slight 1.1% uptick in cigarette sales, it had just been like year over year over year declining cigarette sales, declining cigarette sales, declining cigarette sales. We believe, so this is the same analyst, we believe the higher retail sales are likely reflect stockpiling from COVID-19. So people are stockpiling cigarettes, just straight up stockpiling cigarettes. I don't know if they're stockpiling cigarettes because they think cigarettes are going to be banned. Cuomo was talking about it. I don't know why I don't know why people are stocking up on cigarettes. Maybe say they don't have to leave the house. Lavery also noted that traditional cigarette sales may have gotten a boost from smokers dealing with personal stress, as well as significant drops in gasoline prices. That's the part that doesn't make any sense to me. The personal stress part absolutely makes sense to me. And having the ability to just, and I think this is what it says here too. Yeah, we'll get there in a second. Stress, absolutely. I'm assuming that people are just stressed from this, stressed from quarantine, stressed from COVID. I'm stressed. Are you guys stressed? Maybe you guys aren't stressed. Maybe everybody else is cool as shit and I'm over here just being stressed. Dang. I'm almost done with my beer and I want to vape. Stress. Stress is leading people to smoke. That I can absolutely understand. I don't understand the significant drop in gasoline prices. Maybe I'm too new here. But why does that have to do with cigarette sales? Is that like, back in the day when I would have a $20 bill and you could fill up your gas tank and get a pack of cigarettes? Is that it? Is that it? The Federal Centers for Disease Control and Prevention had said the investigation into an outbreak of severe vaping-related illnesses is focused primarily on open pod e-cigarettes in which liquids containing the marijuana compound THC are being vaped. How many things can you find wrong in that one particular sentence? What the fuck is an open pod e-cigarette? That's not a term used by anybody. In which liquids containing the marijuana compound THC are being vaped. Nobody that vapes marijuana compounds calls it an e-cigarette. None. Zero. Nobody calls it that. That's not the terminology. Nobody uses that terminology. On January 28th, the CDC said Winston-Salem Journal is using data from January 28th. January 28th, the CDC said evidence is not sufficient to rule out the contribution of other chemicals of concern, including chemicals in either THC or non-THC products in some of the reported cases. There have been few incidents reporting involving the closed pod e-cigarette cartridges of Juul, Vuse, Enjoy, and Blue. So this is the CDC. From January, they've updated their statement since then. This is the CDC in January saying, well, we can't quite be sure that it's 100% related to vitamin E acetate because there were some few outlier cases where the person that got sick reported that they were only vaping nicotine. So because of those weird random outliers of data, we have to be undecided. We still don't know. And because the CDC did that and said those things, now we have the Winston-Salem Journal 4 months later still using old CDC scare tactic. We don't know what's happening. It might be just vaping. They're dragging this out for as long as they possibly can. We're going to continue to hear, as long as COVID is a thing, we're going to continuously hear about vaping, how it relates to COVID, vaping, lung injuries, COVID. Those are going to be the 3 words. Lung injuries, vaping, COVID. People are going to bring up COVID. Well, it's respiratory, and we had those lung injuries last year that were related to vaping. So vaping and COVID, based on nothing, based on no data, based on no evidence, based on no statistics, not even a fucking poll. Nothing. It's based on nothing. I just get too mad. So I'm going to put a link in the description to that right there. one quick last thing that I have no idea. This literally just popped up in my news out right before I started the vlog. But can I share this? I want to share this. Hold, please. Hold, please. Hold, please. Where's Chrome? Hold, please. Hey, look at that. Some digital trends. FTC hits Juul and Altria with an antitrust lawsuit over the $12.8 billion deal. The Federal Trade Commission is suing tobacco giant Altria and e-cigarette powerhouse Juul to undo. They're going to, the FTC is going to try to undo this merger. FTC alleges that Altria ducked out of the e-cigarette market in exchange for acquiring a 35% majority stake in Juul in 2008. Altria owns e-cigarette companies like Marlboro and Copenhagen. For several years, Altria and Juul were competitors. I don't see anything wrong with that. Altria invested in Juul and they agreed not to the deal alleged. Okay, so Juul invested in companies wouldn't compete against each other for at least 6 years. That's not. I think this is a stretch here, man. I'm going to put a link to this in the description as well as in the chat right now, but I don't see this going anywhere. Altria invested in Juul. I don't know. Maybe as an antitrust thing. I don't think so. That's not unheard of for companies to do that. And once upon a time, back in the day, it's just a little bit of history. Peet's Coffee and Starbucks Coffee used to really cohabitate together. For a while, Peet's was roasting Starbucks Coffee. They were very, very close in the very, very beginnings. And Alfred Peet and Howard Schultz they agreed early on that they wouldn't open a store near one of their competitors. So if there was a Peet's Coffee somewhere, you will not find a Starbucks Coffee nearby. Vice versa. If there's a Starbucks Coffee, you won't find a Peet's Coffee nearby. That's just the way it was for many, many years. Now it's whatever. Now that doesn't stick. But once upon a time, that's what they do. You see it going somewhere? That's anti-competitive behavior. All right. Let's see. Is it antitrust, though? It's an antitrust lawsuit. And I really don't see, I don't know. Look, I'm not a lawyer. Doesn't seem like antitrust to me. It could, you know what? It could be. I don't know. I'm just going to leave that. Like I said, for anybody watching on the replay, that link will be down in the description. And that link is already in the chat somewhere in there. I just think that's really interesting that the FTC is getting involved. Antitrust lawsuit. They're suing Altria over purchasing a portion of Juul. And I guess it's because that Altria was selling e-cigarettes before, and then when they made this investment in Juul, they stopped selling their e-cigarettes. That doesn't seem unreasonable to me. That makes perfect sense. You wouldn't cannibalize your own business. I'm not a lawyer, okay? That's where we're leaving this. I'm not a freaking lawyer, but we're going to go ahead and wrap up this here news and advocacy segment. I'll have links to everything I talked about down in the description. And anybody watching on the replay, of course, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. What we're going to do right now to wrap up this news and advocacy segment is Super Chats. Oh, come on. The button isn't working. Super Chats. Yeah. Oh, we are way back here in these Super Chats. Holy crap. Max, go to bed. That's right. We're here at Eifer. Very gracious. Sammy Puffs sounds like a Cocoa Puffs flavor. It's so close to Sunny. Oh, yeah. Sunny Puffs. Sammy Puffs. I think you just put two and two together in your head. I didn't even get that. Could be. Ethan. Right on. Ethan, Very gracious of you. Thank you again for those kind words at the very beginning of the vlog. I really appreciate that, Ethan. Southern Comfort. Checking in. Cooler than the other side of the pillow. Yeah. Oh, wait. Were you talking about me or you? I meant you. You are definitely cooler than the other side of the pillow. Level 5 Loki. Yo. You watched Tusk yet? No. When would I have time to watch Tusk? We just talked about Tusk yesterday. Level 5 Loki. We just talked about Tusk yesterday on the Instagram stream. No, I haven't watched it yet. It's on the list, though. It's on the quarantine list. Do you know anything about the new QP Designs RSA? I don't. I only ever talked to QP Designs at vape shows, and there just haven't been any vape shows. I'll see if I have a contact at QP Designs. I'll hit him up. I'll get that information for you, M. Gray. I will. I'll try my best. The suspense is killing me. What did you think of the April Fool's Day video? Love you, man. Hope you have an awesome birthday. I didn't see an April Fool's Day video. Anthony Ramella, did you do an April Fool's Day video? I really didn't. I'm being completely 100% honest with you right now. I did not see an April Fool's Day video. Get it to me. Get it to me as soon as you can. It's probably awesome, and I want to see it. Carlston, very gracious of you. Thank you so much. Didn't say anything. Give you a fist bump anyway. Rescued Reviews. Oh, that's very gracious of you. Happy birthday, good sir. We love you and like you. I like you too. I love you and I like you, Rescued. I appreciate that. Kurt, what happened to the spring-loaded 510 pins on mods? I bought 6 mods in the past 6 months and none of them have it. Yeah. Kurt, where you been, bro? We haven't had 510 pins in like tube mechs for years. It's been years. 3 years, 4 years maybe. Everything's been hybrid in the last few years. Everything's been hybrid. Regulated mods obviously still very much have 510 connections. Spring-loaded 510 pins. Oh, that's what you're asking about. Spring-loaded 510 pins. Yeah, I don't know. I never even... that's not something I even check anymore. I don't even look to go, oh, is this 510 spring-loaded? Let's check. Is this DNA 250C? Spring-loaded, baby. That's spring-loaded as fuck. Well, one of one. My research trumps your speculating. I'm just kidding. None of that made any sense. This one is a spring-loaded 510. Spring-loaded 510, baby. That gridlock is a beauty. Anyway, Kurt, very gracious of you. I appreciate that. Thank you. I hope that answered your question. Evan, very gracious of you. That gridlock is a beauty. Yeah. I was inspired. I saw one of my old buddies in Reno, Mark Moots, Weight of the Tide. Weight of the Tide. Go check out Weight of the Tide. They fucking rule. And they posted some live pictures. And I noticed that my buddy Mark was live and he was wearing the gridlock. And I was like, holy shit. I'm going to wear the gridlock too. Wearing the gridlock. Appreciate that, Evan. Matt, Sinister. I'll be watching WrestleMania with no audience after I got attacked at work. Hey, shit happens, but all I've got to say is happy birthday, bro. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Happy birthday, Matt Sinister. When's WrestleMania? That's happening soon? This week? Next week? Ooh, WrestleMania. Maybe now's a good time to get back into wrestling. Vape level midnight. I'm late, but I finally made it. Rock on. This is going to count against you, Vape Level Midnight. I'm sorry. This is going to be a strike. It's fine. You can get up to 4 strikes here at GrimmGreen Industries before I have to give you like a verbal notification of your tardiness all the time. And look, you probably don't want to have that talk. I definitely don't want to have that talk. So if you could just get here on time, we'll be fine. Chinese Jimmy, very gracious of you. I appreciate that fist bump, man. New Wave Dave, because Captain Howdy told me so. Who's this Captain Howdy you speak of? I'm just kidding. Kevin, very gracious of you. Yo-Yo and Nick just joined the Cool Kids Club. Finally, just wanted to send some love from good old Scranton, PA. Holy crap. Do you just always have the Office theme in your head? I think if I was actually in Scranton, Pennsylvania, I just wouldn't be able to stop singing the Office theme. Like it would just be rattling around in my head. Well, yo to you, Kevin. Welcome. I'm going to get you added as soon as I possibly can. Bradley, very gracious of you. Finally got a BMI V21 V2R1. Not a touch, but I'm in love. BMI, I will vouch for BMI every single time. I've never been really close with BMI. I mean, literally, it's just a few DMs back and forth we've exchanged, but they make such top quality stuff. I dig BMI. Vouching for BMI. Vic, keep fighting the good fight, Grimm. You too, Vic. You keep doing your thing. I am really glad that you're back. I'm glad you got your YouTube. I was pulling for you, man. I was pulling for you hard, but I appreciate that. Eifer, Kuma will ban cigs when pigs drive Teslas. Well, look, we've got hyper intelligent pig people, Joe, and they drive Teslas. Just kidding, Eifer. Chasing Clouds and Flavor Reviews. Love from one shallow end of the pool. Happy birthday. There we go. Appreciate that, Chasing Clouds and Flavor Reviews. Appreciate that a bunch. And seriously, Anthony Ramella, send me a video. You said you did an April 1st video. I haven't seen it. I want to see it. So send it over to me. I'm bummed. I'm actually upset that I missed that. You live 7 miles south of Scranton? Joel, when you drive past Scranton, can you hear the office music? Do you hear the piano? You don't hear it? All right. Hyper intelligent pig people, Joe. So look, where are we at? We got time. Okay. See, I'm always trying to cram too many segments in here. In this amount of time, I might be able to do what I want to do, except the retro vaping, because the retro vaping requires me to build. Now, if you're confident with my building ability, I might be able to knock out this retro vape. Let's just try it. We're going for it, you guys. Retro vape. Woo! I can't believe we're trying this. It's going to be crazy. So what we're going to be retro vaping today, and we're going to move through this very, very quickly. I'm going to try to build as quickly as I possibly can, is an RTA. In fact, I have my tub of just coils. It's a dual coil RTA, but looks like it could also be a single coil RTA. So I have some AJ Holland coils, but I'm not sure exactly which I'm going to put in here. And the RTA that I'm talking about today, so not only is this a retro vaping, but this is an RTA that I have never got to try. And it's an RTA that a lot of people have said pretty good. Like people are like, oh, it's a good RTA. Yeah, it's a nice RTA. This is the Coil Art. This is the Coil Art Mage V2 RTA. And this, let's see, when did this happen? 2018? 2 years ago? 2.5 years ago? 3 years ago? Something like that. I can't even tell you how many times I almost vaped this RTA. When I got it, I was like, oh, cool Coil Art Mage V2. Dope. Stayed on my desk, didn't get built, didn't get vaped, didn't get built, didn't get vaped, made it to the cabinet, didn't get vaped, made it to the closet, didn't get vaped, but I kept it. Like I kept it out and open. Every time I look at it, I think, I'm going to vape that someday. It's on your IG, Anthony? All right, I'm going to go check it out. So I'm going to try to vape this. And it was actually Eric. It was actually Vinny, Vinyl and Vapor, who said that this was a good RTA. So I'm excited. I got tools, I got coils, I got cotton, I think, and we're going to try to vape this. We got to get through 3 segments before the end of the stream, but I think we're going to be able to do this. I just need to find the right tool, and that's the hardest part because I had the Mage V2 here. And I had, all the box for it and everything, and then that all got thrown away, so I don't have any replacement screws, replacement O-rings, any sort of tools that came with it or anything like that. It looks like, have you guys seen this deck? Is that going to focus on the deck right there? Yeah, it kind of will. I don't know if I can fit one big single coil in there or a small dual coil. Like I have these AJ Holland high ohm aliens that I think are big enough to just fit one fat single coil in there. Oh shit, I might even need to take off a wrap. This might be too wide, dude. Holy shit, yeah. All right. I'm going to try it in single coil. Damn it. I think I'm going to try this in single coil mode. I just don't want it to suck. That's the thing. If this is meant to be like a dual coil atomizer, it's just dual coils are just going to take longer. That's all there is to it. But this is definitely too long. I can't get these into the leads, so I'm going to have to take a wrap off of here, except I don't know what the fucking diameter of this is. 3.5 millimeter? It's just fun, you know? This is part of the fun part of fiddling around with vape stuff. I'm feeling bold. I'm feeling brave. So I thought, shit, let's do this thing. Nope. I'm just going to have to take a wrap off of this. This has got to be a 4 millimeter, 4.5 millimeter, AJ Holland. I wish you would put it on here. 3.5 millimeter. Nope, that's wrong. Because this says 3.5 millimeter and it is loosey-goosey on here. Maybe we have different millimeters. All right, I'm taking a wrap off of this so that I can fit it as a single coil in the Mage GTA. Mage GTA, why do I keep calling it that? It's GTA version 2, the GTA V2. So I'm going to try to cut these leads. I'm going to go full Russian hacker mode. I'm not paying attention to anything in the chat right now. I'm simply focusing on building this freaking RTA. Here's the thing. That sucks. Wow, that really sucks. So regardless, this RTA is going to smash the leads. It's just going to smash them because all fancy wire builds, and when I say fancy wire builds, I mean like, you know, fused Claptons, aliens, frame staples, things like that. They're all wide. They're all a wide wire. So when you stick a wide wire into a slot, do you want to have the screw hitting it from the front, right, in a good way? Or do you want to put that wide wire in a slot and have the screw hit it from the side and crush it? That's what's going to happen in this Mage GTA. It's going to come in from the side and it's going to crush it. And that fucking sucks. But if it sucks, it sucks. Look. If it sucks, it sucks. Yeah, it's just going to smash these wires. Smashed. Dead. Nope. This is a no-go. This is a no-go. We might have just wasted a bunch of time on this. Yeah. It can't even capture the fucking leads because the screws are coming in at the wrong angle. That is some bullshit. All right, so F this RTA. Just F it. It doesn't hold up. Why on earth would you have the screws come in that way? That is the dumbest shit of all time. Stupid. Stupid design. Stupid, stupid design. All right, we're going to pass on this Mage GTA V2, and my review for it is a big old... I feel like that was like 20 or 30 little fart noises. 20 or 30 fart noises. That's the review I'm giving this Mage GTA version 2. And the only reason being is that the screws hit the wires completely wrong. Completely wrong. There's an oval-shaped hole, right? Get your head out of the gutter. Oval-shaped hole. And you're sticking your wide-ass wire down it, right, into this oval-shaped hole, and then the screw's hitting it from the side of the wire. So you have this big lead that the screw could just hit flush on and hold it really secure, but instead it goes into the side and just crushes it. And that's stupid. Who has time for that? Who has time for that? I love it. This is my this is my favorite RTA. Favorite RTA ever. Round wire would probably work fine. I just don't want to sit here and wrap two dual coils of 28 gauge round wire, 24 gauge round wire to build 2 dual coils. Stupid. So the Mage GTA V2 can shut up. That's stupid. That's a stupid RTA. And see, really, now it's just that's taken time away from. I could be tasting liquid right now. I'm sorry, AJ Holland, your coils didn't work. I could be tasting liquid right now. Damn it. So that's what we're going to do. We are going to skip over this retro vape because just a bust. Stupid Mage V2. All the fart noises. As many as I can possibly get out. Rage sweat. RTA rage sweat happening right now. RTA rage sweat. I get rage sweat from an RTA. That's weird. So what we're going to do instead is... Ha! All right. We're going to do a very random liquid tasting. We're going to do the super chats after this very random liquid tasting. I realized that technically, because I ended the retro vaping, I should have had some chats, some super chats there, but I didn't just because whatever, man. I'm the wild card. It's chaos over here, bro. It's anarchy. So we're going to be tasting a liquid. We're going to be tasting another Indonesian e-liquid called Borgio. I think it has like a r sound in it. Borgio. And this is one I saw Kent vaping. And I think this is one of those like a green bean type of flavor. Green bean, mung bean, something. I don't know. I can't speak the language. Don't know what it says. Has some more writing on the bottom. Can't tell what it is. It does say 3 milligram, and I know that for sure. It's a 50-50, PGVG. I'm going to be vaping this on a Recoil original recipe, Recoil RDA, and the clutch. Who doesn't love the clutch? Nobody doesn't love the clutch because everybody loves the clutch because Mike vapes. Yeah, the clutch. Mech mod. So here, let's quickly do a little bit of a knuckle here. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. Beans. It's Beanie. Megan Sex Talk. Well, thank you so much for coming out, Megan Sex Talk. Oh, Megan Sexy Talk, damn it. It smells like that of a burrito. I'm getting strong burrito overtones in this and undertones. And medium tones as well. Sort of all sorts of tones of bean happening in here. Tastes a little bit sweet. There's a big picture of a coconut on the back, so kind of expecting coconut, but the coconut is also exploding with like coconut milk and green beans. Oh, baby. Oh, yeah. I love that sound. Does anybody else love that sound? Just lives and dies for that sound. Oh. I love it. I love everything. Like I said, original recipe, Recoil RDA. This actually has a DHD metal head on here. That is the original recipe Recoil with a DHD metal head. And then, I don't know, one of the screw-in Trickster caps. I think this is the green cap that I got in Vegas. Not 100% sure where I got this. Not 100% sure where I got this. So, let's do the damn thing. Let's taste some Borgio. All right, here we go. Here we go. Yeah. Beans. Dang. Do I like this? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to try not to set off the smoke detector. And what I'm going to do is what I always do during a very random liquid tasting. I just need to spend a little bit of time with it. So I'm just going to kick back and vape it just for a second. And then we'll come back and I'll give you my thoughts on it. So the first thing I'm going to do is kill the auto.
I believe I could fly. I believe I could touch the sky any time of year. Dun 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 dun. I believe I can fly.
Okay. Oh, Yak's here. You finally heard the Yak song. So here's what's going on with this liquid. It is sweet. It is creamy. It's like coconut milky sweet beans. It has a bean flavor to it. But I can't get out of my head what my wife Casey told me recently was that it tasted like Frosted Flakes or something, like a cereal, like Golden Grams with like almond milk. And it does kind of taste like that. I just can't get the bean. I wish I could have tasted this blind so that I would enjoy it more. But as soon as I think of the bean and hear the word beans, it's not quite like the bean burrito mung bean. Like that was straight up mentholated bean burrito. Just Taco Bell bean burrito, throw some menthol in it. That's the mung bean flavor. This is sweet, creamy, milky. It kind of tastes like cereal. It kind of tastes like dry beans, dry green beans. This is the weirdest liquid I have ever had. The thing is, I kind of like it. I think I kind of like it. There's just a lot of bean. I get bean. When you look on the front, you see like fucking exploding beans. Bean count? Oh, okay. It just tastes like beans, but not like refried beans, like edamame, like beans, like beans, like green beans, creamy, sweet coconut type of coconut milk, green beans. If you can get around that, if you can get your head around 42, if you can get your head around creamy coconut milk with green beans and beans don't bother you and you're like beans, it's whatever, beans, I'll eat beans, I'll vape beans. If I see a liquid with beans, I actually want to vape it more because I like beans. Now I'm just saying beans. Well, cool beans. I like this. I legitimately like this liquid. Kent, I'm calling to Kent right now. Kent Hill, I need to try the other bean liquid that you have. I need to try the Oat Drips bean, the Oat Drips mung bean, because you said you really like that one, and I like this mung bean. If it is a mung bean, I'm not even really sure. It's good. I wish I could... Here, everybody hold your RDA out. Let me just... 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 Yeah. Everybody get some? Okay, try that and tell me that doesn't taste like coconut milk with mung beans in it. I just dripped liquid all over my desk for that gag, and it wasn't even in focus. Why do I like this? Why do I like this? Why do I like mung bean liquid? I can't wait for Casey to taste this. Look, I can't explain it either. Either. One last time. This is it. Borgio from MK Brewer. Borgio. If you're really looking for something the most unique that you have ever tasted ever in your life, please vape this. Please try this. Please try this. Beans. Beans. Dude, I don't know what it is. I like it. I can't stop vaping it. How does it go with this? No bueno. No good. No good there. Okay, well, shit. Mung beans. Maybe I had time to build that RTA. So here's what we're going to do right now. I'm going to skip the super chat just for right now. We're going to wrap it up at the end with the super chat. But I really want to get to this.
I believe I could fly.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. What I wanted to get to was this.
I believe I could fly.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. I'm just seriously though. The last segment of the week, it's time to get to know GrimmGreen.
I believe I could fly.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. Here's the real bumper. So we're going to do a little bit of a getting to know GrimmGreen right now. We're going to talk about a record from the record collection. 2 tracks from this record will be getting added to the GTKGG playlist on Spotify. It's called GTKGG, The Jams. It's where we've added songs from all of my records from getting to know GrimmGreen. It's quite a good little playlist. It's growing every day. And I decided that playlist needed a little bit more metal injected into it, a little bit more metal injected into it. And speaking of injecting metal, what I'm going to do right now, because I literally can't hold it anymore, I'm going to go take a bio break. So okay, one last time. Let's just do this while I go do a bio break. I'll be right back. I'll be as fast as I possibly can.
I believe I could fly. I believe I could touch the sky any time of year. Dun 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 dun. I believe I can fly.
Oh, man. That's all right. You guys like the Yak song? Who doesn't love the Yak song? So, that playlist on Spotify, it needed some more metal into it. And this is a very, very sentimental record, but it's sentimental for a person that doesn't know that it's sentimental about them, because this person doesn't watch my videos, I don't think. But a lot of these records in my record collection are going to really revolve only around a few people. It's going to be like Casey, Mark Moots, and my buddy Jim. And I'm going to talk about my buddy Jim a lot. That's just what I call him. He's my buddy Jim. We grew up together, best friends, like all throughout high school and everything. We were in bands together. All of the old Christian metal stuff that I posted on my Instagram, that's Jim. That's my buddy Jim. And so we were in high school together. We all, we listened to all the same music together. We're all crazy into metal, and we're listening to Slayer and Metallica and DRI and all these really great metal bands. And we get into, like the title of the video says, we both get into Sepultura really hard. And I don't know if anybody in here is hip to Sepultura, but they're pretty incredible. At least they used to be pretty incredible. I'm one of these like Sepultura hipsters that's like, I don't really like it after Max Cavalera left the band. I like Max Cavalera and I like his vocals. And when he left Sepultura, I left Sepultura with him. I left Sepultura with Max Cavalera just because that's the one thing I really liked about Sepultura. It's kind of like, look, I love Gwar. I'm a huge Gwar fan, but I haven't really been following Gwar since Dave Brockie died, since Odorous died. Like, to me, Dave Brockie, Odorous Urungus was Gwar. And that's the Gwar that I prefer, much like Max Cavalera is Sepultura, and that's the Sepultura that I like. And so we're really into Sepultura, and we're listening to Sepultura Arise, which really I should have bought that on vinyl first because it's the album I prefer. If you're into metal, Sepultura Arise is an incredible metal album. Sepultura is a Brazilian death metal band. Incredible album, Arise. Incredible album, Arise. And so my buddy Jim and I, we're just into it. We're into Sepultura. We're into Arise. It's like this thing that we share, and we love Sepultura. We also grew up in Lake Tahoe, California. I don't know if anybody's ever been to Lake Tahoe, California, but your shopping options in Lake Tahoe, California are dreadfully, dreadfully limited. And this is a time, keep in mind, this is like the 90s, so there's no internet. There's no, I'm just going to go to Amazon and order this CD and have it delivered to me the next day. There's none of that shit. If you want to get anything obscure, it's like you're driving to Reno or you're mail ordering it, right? And so we had one record store in Lake Tahoe, one CD store in Lake Tahoe, and we would go there constantly, and it was called Mountain High Records. And so we would go over to Mountain High and we'd, thumb through the CDs and posters and whatever. It was like our Lake Tahoe music store, and it was the one music store we had. So one night, before youth group even, mind you, before youth group, we went to Mountain High Records, and they had the brand new Sepultura album, CASAA. Brand new. Our heads exploded. Our heads mutually exploded. We just saw it and we're like, holy, Sepultura! New Sepultura album, CASAA. The problem is, Mountain High Records only has one copy of Sepultura's CASAA. One CD. One stinking copy. So, my buddy Jim and I, we are having a lively discussion, I guess, about who's going to get to buy this. Who's going to get to buy Sepultura CASAA on CD? Who's going to get to buy it? I ultimately retracted my offer to purchase the CD, and I let my buddy Jim purchase the CD because I felt like it was more important to him. Like, I could see it in his eyes. Like, this just wasn't the CD. This wasn't just Sepultura CASAA. This was like bigger than that, And so I'm looking at him and I go, just buy it. You have it. Get Sepultura, get CASAA, because we can both listen to it. You can own it. Go get Sepultura CASAA. He bought Sepultura CASAA. We listened to it in the car. We listened to it like crazy. And he bought it. And so when I went to the record store and I was thumbing through records and I saw Sepultura CASAA, I thought, I'm buying Sepultura Chaos AD. I'm going to buy it this time because there's more than one copy and my buddy Jim isn't here. And so I bought this really for me. It's really for me. It's like, this is my copy now of Sepultura Chaos AD, and it's mine, you know? And eternally, besides being an incredible album, it will eternally remind me of my best friend, my buddy Jim. Sepultura. We're going to be putting 2 tracks from this album, which if you're into metal, Sepultura, how do you not be into Sepultura? Roots. Yeah, Roots came out after this. Before this was Arise, after this was Roots. And a lot of people, including Stephen, or however you say your name, and I'm just angry because you're disagreeing with me, they're going to tell you that Roots is the superior album. And look, Roots, bloody Roots. It's a great album. I think Chaos AD is way better. I think this album is the album. So the 2 songs that we're going to put from Sepultura Chaos AD onto the Spotify playlist. The first track, Refuse Resist. Are you kidding me? Banger. It's a banger times 9,000. I'm having a hard time figuring out what second track because there's 2 songs on this album that I really, truly love. Maybe we'll put 3 Sepultura Chaos AD songs on the playlist. Maybe. No, we're just going to go to 2. We're going to go with Refuse Resist, and we're going to go with Biotech is Godzilla. Sepultura Chaos AD. If you're into metal and you don't listen to Sepultura, then how can you say you're into metal? I'm just kidding. I'm not going to gatekeep, but I would highly, if you're into heavy music in any capacity, listen to Sepultura. Start with Arise if you want to. Start with Roots if you want to. Start with Chaos AD if you want to. The first track on this album, I'm telling you, Refuse Resist. It's going on the playlist. It is a banger. That's fine. You know what? At the end of the day, Steven, if you think Roots is better and I think Chaos AD is better, then really that doesn't matter because we both like Sepultura, right? That's exactly how it should be. That's exactly how I look at it. Yeah, Max Cavalera. I mean, look, if you want to get into Max Cavalera, yeah, he was in Soulfly. He was in Nail Bomb. Him and Igor started the Cavalera Conspiracy, which was the first album was pretty good. Not amazing, but still pretty good. Cavalera Conspiracy. And Max Cavalera played with Killer Be Killed with the dude from Mastodon. They released the Killer Be Killed album. That's a great album too. I just like Max Cavalera's vocals, and I like the way he writes songs. He doesn't write songs like a metal guitar player. Sepultura, Chaos AD. Wrapping it up. I'll put 2 songs on that playlist, and the playlist, a link for that Spotify playlist will be in the description of this video, and it's growing. That playlist is kind of growing into something pretty cool. So, damn it, we're here. We're winding down the very end of the vlog here. I definitely did not have time to try to build that RTA. Could you guys have imagined how angry and rage sweaty I would have been? I felt the rage sweat starting to form. Oh, I'm hip to Nail Bomb, Nobody Vapes. Nail Bomb. Of course, Nail Bomb. It's the album cover. It's the girl with the gun, with the rifle in her temple. Oh, you're listening to Refuse Resist right now and you like it. You're not usually a metal guy. Yeah, and Sepultura, they brought in all these crazy drums that hadn't been a part of metal before because Max Cavalera, these dudes are Brazilian. Max Cavalera and Igor's the drummer. He brought in like all these rototoms on this album, and it has all these like tribally, like crazy tribally sounds. Anyway, it's an unbelievable album. Sepultura Chaos AD. Just get it. I want to listen to it. I want to listen to it like right now. I've been talking about it so much. Biotech is Godzilla. Come on. Biotech is Godzilla. Are you kidding me? All right, well, here we are. We're rounding down like maybe the last 10 minutes of this show. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to take this out with some super chats. I'm even going to let the whole bumper play this time. Dio for you, Tom? All right, I'll make you a deal, Tom. If you come here to the vlog next week, we'll talk about some Ronnie James Dio. I love me some Ronnie James Dio. We will definitely talk about some Ronnie James Dio. It was a toss-up this week between Sepultura and another album, and I'll do the other album next week. But we'll talk about some Ronnie James Dio next week as well. Still can't get enough of this mung bean liquid. I can't get enough of it. It's honestly shockingly good. Shockingly good. So let's get back in here. Let's finish up some of these Chuper chats right here. Where did we leave off? Raging Vapor video is on IG. Check Anthony's page, Anthony Ramella. I will do that, Anthony Ramella. And by the way, Anthony, thank you for having me on your stream over there. We talked about a lot of nerdy stuff, and I just had a lot of fun. So thank you for having me on. I really appreciate that. Nick with the Alex Jones impressions. Yeah, you know, whenever I start thinking about like crazy conspiracy shit, or like on Wildcard Wednesday yesterday when we were talking, you know, it's like Bohemian Grove. Have you seen Bohemian Grove? Bohemian Grove. Look into it. Conspiracies. Vape level midnight. Not getting a full desadulation yet, so I'm good. I'll have to give you a full desadulation. Don't make me pre-fire you, Vape level midnight. And when I am full manager, I will full fire you. Nick, very gracious of you, man, for Dwayne's singing lessons so you can find that bean. Appreciate that, Nick. Rob, very gracious of you. Wash your hands, please. Who says I didn't wash my hands? Who says I didn't wash my hands? Rob, I wash my hands. We're in a pandemic here, man. We're in a pandemic right now. You think I'm not going to wash my hands? I did, Rob. Thank you. Tracy, very gracious of you. Only our vape shop where I live is closed today. I am crushed, as my shop owner friend is as well. Oh, it wasn't my bar. I am so sad. I am pissed at the same time. Shout out to Rob, the owner and a good friend. Happy birthday, Mr. Nick. Yeah, we're shouting out Rob. Vape shops are closing down. This is from Tracy. Very gracious of you, Tracy. I appreciate that. And thank you. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Dragon Vapes. Yo and Nick, thoughts on Parkway Drive? Man, here's the thing. Parkway Drive is like the number one recommended band to me. Every time I've ever started talking about music, like here or on Instagram or anywhere, Parkway Drive always comes up. And I always say the same thing. I've just never given them a chance. And a lot of that comes back to my own like mental hangups about stuff like this. Like there was a time in my life where, and you know, there's a time like this in everybody's life, I think. There's a time in your life where you're very, very concerned about what is cool and what is not cool. So there's a lot of bands, unfortunately, out there that I had written off because I felt like I was better than those bands. I thought, I'm better than those bands. I'm not going to listen to that shit, you know? I am better than that. That's not cool. I only listen to stuff that's cool, you know? I don't listen to emo. Emo's not cool. Turns out emo's pretty fucking cool. James came over and I made myself a little playlist of some songs he recommended, and I've been listening to The Used, a band that I had never listened to before, never gave two shits about. And I'm like, well, fuck, The Used kind of rules. And I regret not listening to The Used when they were at their peak of popularity, because I probably would have enjoyed it, but I couldn't get past my own fucking hubris and pretentiousness to give these bands a chance. Parkway Drive, unfortunately, falls exactly into that category. Exactly into that category of bands I don't even want to bother with. So here's the promise I'm going to make to you, Dragon Vapes, and everybody that has asked me about Parkway Drive ever. I'm going to give them a fair shot. I really am. I am going to get into some Parkway Drive. They have fans for a reason, right? They can't just be up there being terrible or no one would listen to it. That's not entirely true. There are terrible bands that people listen to, but they wouldn't up there being terrible and being this popular and be terrible. They have to be good, right? They have to have some bangers. I'm going to find some Parkway Drive bangers. I found some used bangers. I'm going to find some Parkway Drive bangers. I appreciate that, Dragon Vapes, and I'll get to that. Southern Comfort, I left with Max 2. I have Refuse tattooed on the forehead of a skull on the back of my left arm and Resist on a skull forehead on the back of my right arm. Bruh. Refuse Resist. Fuck, that's cool. See, I knew Southern Comfort. I'm like, bro, this dude's cool. I didn't know you had a Sepultura tattoo. That's fucking rad. And yes, Cavalera Conspiracy. Like I said, the first record is pretty damn good. Inflicted, what was it called? Something like that. Inflicted. Cavalera Conspiracy. It's good stuff. And here we are. We're at the end of the vlog. One last super chat from Eifer. I think this is a perfect way to end this vlog. The used is pretty dope. Yeah, they are. The used is pretty dope. And it's just one of those things. Look, and if that's going to be the lesson today, then that's going to be the lesson today is don't be me. Don't be that guy that I was. You know, it's like you said in the chat, sick boy, na 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 na, sick boy, oh hey, oh. Age comes wisdom. And I look back at my younger self and I go, what the fuck were you doing? Why were you that way? Why did you do that? Why did you think that way? Why did you think you were better than Parkway Drive? You non-contributing nothing, you know? I'm not. I've learned. I'm wiser. I will give Parkway Drive their fair shake. I will give Parkway Drive their fair shake. And you're right, Eifer. The used is pretty effing dope. So I think that's going to bring us down to the end of the vlog here. I'm really bummed. I got no more beer left. Let's double check. Oh, some came out. Still good. Even that last little drop, still good. So I think we're going to go ahead and wrap up this vlog here. Just let me take a real quick look and make sure I didn't forget nothing. No, we're good, you guys. We're good. And I had a great time tonight. I was really looking forward to this vlog. I've been pumped on it all day. I had a great time tonight, you guys. Thank you. Seriously. Thank you seriously so much for coming out. I really appreciate it. We got That's What She Said coming up tonight in about a half an hour over on the Ruby Roo YouTube channel. We got the Vape team coming up in about a half an hour over on the Graves channel. I think it's on the Vape team channel, not 100% sure. On your way out, if you'd like to hit that like button, I would very, very much appreciate it. I can't thank you guys seriously enough for all the support. It's just been overwhelming, and I really very, very much appreciate it. Thank you for all the kind words. Thank you for all the birthday wishes. I'm going to be MIA Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday next week because birthday, because I'm aging a year, and I'd like to spend that day not reading about COVID, not reading about vape bans, not reading about flavor bans, not reading about Jerome Adams saying vaping could be bad. I don't want to listen to any of that. Not going to listen to any of that. I'm just going to enjoy my birthday by myself, and I'll be back on Thursday. Anyway, wash your hands. Don't touch your face. As John Haymaker says, wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Thank you guys seriously so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. I love the vlog. Vlog day is my favorite day because I get to hang out with you guys. We all get to hang out here, have a little bit of fun fellowshipy time. And if you do, you want to get me a birthday gift, hit that like button. That would be the best birthday gift you could ever get for me. And I really appreciate it. So thank you guys seriously so much for watching. So much for watching. Remember, no matter what anybody tells you, absolutely, you should keep on vaping. Be excellent to each other, guys. Peace.